Hello traders and welcome to another video review. Today is Thursday, June 25th, 2026. Let's take a look at the economic calendar for today. So what do we have here? Only high important data releases as usual. And we can see here that we got the US President Trump speech. Then we are still waiting for the core durable good orders scheduled for release at 2:30. Core PCE price index, GDP, and initial jobless claims. All of this very important data are scheduled for release at one time, 2:30. And as you can see, the expectations are generally that the GDP will improve significantly from 0.5 to 1.6. That's a very nice improvement here. Core price index will improve only from 0.2 to 0.3, so not that much. Initial jobless claims should stay at the same level. And durable good orders should drop from 1.1 to 0.5%. So we are waiting for the bunch of data from the USA. In the meantime, let's switch to the charts and we start with euro dollar. So the euro dollar 4-hour time frame chart, the first market that we are looking at. Please take a look here. Local low and possible swing low, 1.1326 into the extremely oversold market conditions with a big bullish engulfing pattern. We don't have any volume confirmation obviously, but we might see some sort of the very nice movement to the upside here in the price, and maybe some kind of a supporting volume. Nevertheless, we've seen it before. We've seen the same situation here into the extremely oversold conditions. We jumped for like 16 hours and then we move lower. Okay, so please don't get too much excited, as it looks good. Nevertheless, we don't have the confirmation if this is the swing low. What we are doing here right now is we are developing at least three ways to the downside on a daily time frame chart. If you take a look here on the daily time frame chart, you can see very long shadow here. So that might be an indication of a possible low for the wave Y. So we have complex and time consuming Elliott wave cycle, corrective Elliott wave cycle. Because this doesn't look like impulsive cycle. This is the connector. This doesn't look like an impulsive cycle whatsoever. You can see straight on the only three waves here, but we hit the extremely oversold conditions on a daily, and on the weekly we still have some room to go lower. So any movement to the upside might be only temporary, even if we get higher, right? So right now I'm going to mark the level of 1.1325. Let me just mark it green. Now what I'm going to do is I will switch on the 4-hour time frame chart. I will switch to weekly, and what I will do is I will place Fibonacci extension here. So Fibonacci extension and technical support on the weekly. So we got this one, very important one. Okay, and copy this one, and the next one, just wondering where it might be. This one was very nice, but it didn't actually work because we dipped as low as this. So maybe I'm going to mark 1.1066. Okay, so those are the key technical supports. As you can see, this one is being tested right now, and we are going to add a Fibonacci retracement. All right, I'm gonna remove the magnet. How much did we retrace from the lows of this movement from January 2025 to the highs of this very big weekly shooting star? Okay, and now you can see that 38% is the level we just retrace. Next is 50%, 1.1150, let's say, and 61%, 1.0915. So a little bit more of the analysis today. Maybe it's not the exact analysis, not very to the pip. Nevertheless, it looks like this analysis is valid in the long term. So it looks like we are retracing more on the euro dollar. On the cable alone, we just made another local low, 1.3139 into the extremely oversold conditions. Yet again, nevertheless, you can see some kind of a bullish divergence between the momentum and the price. There is a time for a pullback to the upside. Obviously, 1.33 is the next technical resistance levels. US dollar versus the Japanese yen is basically trading very close to the weekly highs, and the dips are being bought, as you can see here, with this kind of momentum. After the US data, we might see some movement to the upside if the data will support the outlook. Next target, obviously 162, which is only 6 pips away from the swing high. Let me add one more level here. It's not quite necessary because this is the extreme high, but generally the point is that the US dollar versus the Japanese yen should break above this level quite soon if this price action will sustain. Gold market new low. We are trading below the $4,000. Now the new low is 3,958. As expected, we keep pushing lower, so the wave Y low is not here. Can I just grab it? I'm just wondering if I can grab it. No, I can't. It's just not possible. There you go. And that might be the low here. Nevertheless, this level here will now be the regular technical resistance, so we are changing it 4098, and this one will be technical resistance as well, which means that on a daily time frame chart of gold, you can see we are moving lower and lower in this situation. Let me just place all of this. There you go, and this one should be here. There you go. So, extremely oversold conditions on daily. How it looks on the weekly? I don't think that on the weekly we will be close on the extremely oversold. No, not yet, not just yet. That's the situation on the weekly in the long term that we have not seen. Okay, let's assume that this is the extremely oversold conditions. September 2022, guys, and look at this correction. The range of this correction and the time of this correction is taking place. Look, we haven't seen this in years. Look at this. Look at how volatility increases after we hit the extreme high at 5,600, let's say, right? And how violent this correction is. So there is still some room to the downside for the bears on gold in the long term. If we just zoom in, you can see that. Look at this. Series of the red candles, right? The question remains when we will hit the possible bottom. Where is the next target for this for the bears? We got 3,886, but that might not be enough. We will see. So far, gold is coming for lower prices. S&P 500 doesn't do much, but it doesn't drop whatsoever, right? So we just stuck in this swing area, the recent upside movement towards 7,578. Now we retrace it. The situation here is very interesting. We hit the extremely oversold conditions. Now we need to break above 7,400 and move higher on S&P 500, because it looks like this market doesn't want to drop lower whatsoever. Crude oil below 70 right now. Crude oil is dropping like a stone towards the level of 69 as this situation extends lower. Extremely oversold conditions on a 4-hour time frame chart, and we will see these conditions, as I said, extend into this blue rectangle. So sooner or later we will have this rectangle tested. Sooner or later we should get there, because with this kind of the momentum, this kind of bearish pressure, it looks like our scenario will be fulfilled. Now Bitcoin goes for the lows from the beginning of the June, 59,130. Just tested this level and bounced a little bit. We need to break back above 62,293 in order to confirm some sort of the temporary low is in place, right? So it's an interesting situation that just when we go below the level of 60,000, the market starts to move up yet again. Now in the short term, maybe in the future, this will present as a scenario that might indicate a possible double bottom. Anyone? Nevertheless, it's only 4-hour time frame chart, so it doesn't actually mean anything. It might be temporary double bottom for the biggest pullback to the upside, but yet we need to see momentum back above the level of 50 towards extremely overbought conditions. Otherwise, new low is coming. The next big target for the Bitcoin is around $54,000. If 59,000 is definitely violated. That's everything from me for today. Thank you very much for watching this analysis, and I hope I see you guys next time. So take care and bye bye.